All right, welcome back to another explainer, where we take complex skills and break them down so you can master them way faster. Today, we're diving into the world of partner dancing. I mean, you know that feeling when you watch pro ballroom dancers just glide across the floor and you think, wow, that looks so totally effortless? Well, if you've ever actually stepped foot on a dance floor yourself, you already know the reality is a little different. Today, we're going to figure out exactly why it looks so incredibly simple, yet feels so utterly impossible at first. So, on one hand, we've got this beautiful expectation, right? It's effortless, it's floating, it's graceful. But on the other hand, the reality for pretty much every beginner is, well, pure chaos. We're talking tangled feet, super awkward tension, and that constant nagging fear of literally crushing your partner's toes. Listen, if you felt this way, you are absolutely not alone. Let's go ahead and pull back the curtain on this effortless illusion and talk about the hidden control of ballroom dancing. Which brings us right to trap number 1, fixing your frame and escaping the dreaded posture trap. Now, a frame is basically just a stable, comfortable posture used to steer a partner and keep your movement consistent. But I want you to think of it literally like the steering wheel of a car. If your steering wheel is loose or detached or even overly stiff, it doesn't matter how hard you hit the gas pedal. You are going to crash. In partner dancing, your frame is that essential steering wheel. Without it, you just can't drive the dance. The crazy thing is, when we lack experience, our natural instincts completely betray us. We end up collapsing our arms like a T-Rex, or hiking our shoulders all the way up to our ears, or just tensing up like a literal brick wall. And honestly, it makes sense. This is exactly what human bodies do to protect themselves when they feel off balance or nervous. But the result is, we end up treating our partners like a rogue shopping cart we're trying to wrestle down an aisle. The secret to escaping this trap is substituting that nervous, rigid tension for what experts call relaxed strength. That means keeping those shoulders down, keeping your elbows softly supported, and maintaining a posture that feels tall rather than stiff. You want to be a breathing, supportive structure, not a frozen statue. When you finally find that sweet spot, man, you stop wrestling and you actually start gliding. Okay, moving right along to trap number 2, prioritizing rhythm over choreography. Or, as I like to call it, ditching the checklist. We are instinctively wired to treat dancing like a strict, robotic checklist. Step, turn, repeat. We desperately try to map out the exact geography of the floor in our heads. But here's the catch. When you memorize a sequence without actually internalizing the music, your feet end up landing late or your weight changes way too early. The whole dance ends up feeling like you're either rushing in a panic or, actually, scratch that, it's more like dragging a heavy piece of furniture behind you. So here is the golden rule, and this is absolutely crucial. Ballroom is fundamentally about rhythm and phrasing. It's about arriving at the beat together. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if your foot lands on the mathematically perfect spot on the floor if it gets there at the wrong time. It is entirely about you and your partner arriving at that beat as one united pair. So how do we fix the checklist trap? It's simple. Practice with your counts and the music first, and then add your steps later. Seriously, try isolating just one single element. Work entirely on the timing of your basic step. Don't even worry about traveling around the room at first. Just do it until it's second nature. Once that beat feels completely predictable in your body, all that fancy footwork is naturally going to click into place. Trap number 3. Let's get into the turning trap and how to actually find your balance. There is a massive night and day difference in how you should be thinking about turns. The totally wrong mindset, feeling yanked and spun, aggressively twisting your torso just to force the turn to happen through sheer willpower. No way. The correct mindset is feeling guided and lifted. You should never feel like a collection of disconnected joints just spinning wildly out of control. You've got to move your body as one cohesive, supported unit. The fix for this one is simpler than you might expect. Prioritize your core control and your smooth weight transfers. Engage that core, smoothly shift your weight from foot to foot, and I promise you'll never need to throw your upper body around again. Rotation has to be treated as a controlled, perfectly aligned movement. Which leads us to trap number 4, the partner connection. And remember, guys, it's a conversation. So I want you to be completely honest with yourself for a second. Are you ignoring your partner? When you're a beginner, it is so tempting to just stare straight down at the floor, sweating over your own feet and your own routine, that you completely block out the actual human beings standing right in front of you. And the second you do that, the conversation totally dies.
When that conversation dies, things get pretty rough. You get mismatched directions, you get that awkward, jerky arm tension, and your turns completely break down. But if you just maintain steady contact and actually pay attention to your partner, you instantly shift into giving clear signals. You gain confidence, and you unlock that beautifully smooth movement we're all chasing.
And finally, trap number 5, mastering the basics and the ultimate mindset trap.
Look, in today's world of viral flash and spectacle, the temptation to jump straight into those crazy, complicated patterns you see on social media is overwhelming. We all want to do the cool stuff. But every single advanced figure depends 100% on reliable basics: posture, balance, alignment, direction changes. If these foundations are wobbly, every advanced move you try is going to be nothing but a frustrating mess. The absolute fastest path to real progress is adopting an 80-20 split. Try spending 80% of your practice time just mastering those fundamentals, your basic steps, your gentle walks. Then spend only 20% on the complex, flashy combinations. Building rock-solid consistency on the simple things is the literal secret sauce that makes the complex stuff incredibly easy and, more importantly, fun to learn later on. Because at the end of the day, progress in ballroom is simply a skill of control. We're talking timing, frame, connection, and balance. By fixing these specific mistakes early on, you stop fighting your own technique and you start actually dancing. Which leaves us with one final, pretty important question for you to chew on before your next lesson. Are you fighting your technique, or are you truly moving with your partner? Relax that frame, feel the rhythm, and stay connected. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, keep learning.